Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle, and welcome. I'm really happy to have you here for Yoga Restore today. So, for this class, our focus really is on slowing things down. So much of the day, we are always focused on getting things done, going from one thing to the other, hustle bustle. This is your time to slow things down a little bit and just focus on the breath and relaxation. So I have planned for us in our class today a lovely, gentle yoga flow. These are hatha style poses that will hold for a breath or two. And then at the end, we have an extra special deep stretch utilizing a yoga strap. So if you have a yoga strap at home, feel free to grab one. We'll unroll it near the end of class. If you do not, no problem. You can do these stretches without it, or you can always use something like a belt or any kind of thing like that that can help you relax a little more into the pose. So with that intention in mind, I invite you to go ahead and roll out your yoga mat. Take a little time, maybe dim the lights or see if there's any way you cannot be disturbed for this next while, and we'll begin to relax and unwind together. I hope that you enjoy. So go ahead and start to make your way to your mat. And today I'm going to invite you to start your yoga practice in any way that is most comfortable for you. I like to do a check-in at the beginning of each practice. And for this check-in, I'm going to invite you, if it feels right for you, to lay on your back, perhaps with your knees bent. So I'll demonstrate that now. Feel free if that pose is not comfortable for you to find out what is. So we'll be closing the eyes and taking a few deep breaths. So find your pose. I'll go ahead here and lie down. And I like to kind of knock the knees together, having one support the other. Place the hands either to your sides or maybe on the chest or belly. And then if it feels right for you, I invite you to gently close the eyes. Wherever you're at today, I just invite you to take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and exhale completely. Do this a few more times. Big breath in and out. Thinking about this idea of slowing down the body, slowing down the mind, slowing down your breath. With each long, deep inhalation and exhalation, I just invite you to start to slow it down. Let the exhalation be long and allow your body to slowly start to relax down towards the surface beneath you. Take a moment as you relax here to maybe start to notice the physical body and where you might be holding on to tension today. A lot of times, one of the first places that many of us notice is the shoulders tend to be tight. If that is you today, see if you can relax the shoulders down towards the ground. Let everything go down into the support beneath you. Allow the chest and the abdomen to rise and fall, expand completely and relax down with each breath. Let the muscles of the belly relax. And before we begin our yoga flow for today, I just invite you as well to take just a moment to perhaps set an intention for your practice. Maybe this could be something such as relaxation or stress relief or presence. See if a word or phrase comes to your mind that you would like to achieve during this relaxation-based yoga session today. Good. Take one more very slow, deep breath and commit to this next while to see if you can unwind and let go just a little bit more. Treat yourself with kindness. Know that you deserve this time. Everyone needs a moment to recharge. From here, exhale completely. And when you are ready, I invite you, if you are not there already, to come to the position that I am demonstrating. Our knees bent, feet on the mat, lying on your back. Today we're going to have our feet close to our hips, and we're going to begin our practice with some very gentle bridge pose flow sessions. So you can watch me the first time and then join in whenever you're ready. So you're going to take a big inhale and then exhale, press the hips up towards the ceiling. You don't have to go really high here, just a nice little press. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower down. So we'll do this just like this 2 more times. So whenever you're ready, you can begin. Big inhale, exhale, lift. And slowly lower down. Again, inhale, exhale, lift. Breathe normally and naturally. And lower down. Good. We're going to try this 3 more times, but this time I invite you, if it works well with your body, when you lift the hips up, you're going to lift the hips and the hands are going to go above the head. And then you're going to exhale, lower down, hands come down by your sides. So go ahead and see if this works for you. You should not feel tension on your neck. Let's go and give it a try. Big inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, lower, drop it down. 2 more times. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Gently place the hips down. Think of this as an opportunity to articulate through the vertebrae. And last time, big inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower. Excellent. Let's go ahead now and draw the knees in towards the chest. So I'm going to scooch down just a little bit on my mat here. And then you're just going to take your knees to your chest, hug them in, and just take a moment to maybe wiggle the toes or circle the ankle. Good. Maybe do a gentle rock side to side. The knees can be wide here. Our goal is to get a stretch in the inner thigh. Also, maybe get a little massage on the tailbone, on the low back. Let your shoulders be relaxed. They are part of the movement, but they don't have to grip the knees. Let your grip be soft. Make space for the belly to continue this deep breathing, expanding and lifting. Really nice. Okay, before we come up to seated, I'd like to do one more little mindfulness-based exercise with you. Please plant your feet down on your mat. Abs are very gently engaged here. And then you're just going to take one leg up. Let's start with our right leg. Wiggle your toes, circle the ankle a few times. And just feel, you may already feel a little bit of a stretch in the back of the calf and hamstring. So just feel if there's a stretch there for you. We're going to wake up our core a little bit. We're going to flex our foot, lower down to hover above the mat. And then like you're pedaling a bicycle, take the knee to the chest, lift back up, flex the foot,
and lower down. So let's try this 3 more times with this leg, and then we'll switch legs. So you'll lift up, lower down, abs and core here are part of this. Come on up and lift. Good. 2 more times. Circle that bike. You're getting into your hip socket as well here. Lift up. And 1 more, lower down. Knee to chest. And lift up. Good. Wiggle those toes 1 more time. Feel that lovely stretch. If you want, you can even very gently, for just a breath, bring the leg a little closer to your chest. And then lower down. And let's try the other way. So we'll take our left foot up and just take a moment to wiggle the toes, circle the ankle. Really nice. And then from here, let's take a big breath in, exhale, lower, have the leg hover, and then bend the knee, lift up. Go ahead and wiggle those toes, and let's try this 3 more times. So like pedaling a bicycle. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift, reach up, flex that foot. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift, and up, flex that foot. Exhale, lower, knee to chest, and lift. Last time, here we go, lower down. Such a nice stretch to just wake up the hips, wake up the feet, wake up the legs. Next time your leg comes up, if you wish, you can gently pull towards you. Again, not pulling too hard at this point, but just starting to wake up the muscles of the calves and hamstrings here. Good, excellent. All right, from here, let's go ahead and gently roll onto our side. Come into the fetal position, and from here, I'm going to invite you to make your way up to a comfortable seated position. So you can start to make your way, good, back up, and you can come to a nice, comfortable cross-legged position if that works best for you, or whatever pose of choice is more comfortable. Once you get there, let's go ahead and start to do some lovely shoulder relaxation-based stretches, maybe rolling the shoulders back to start. Just release that tension and be mindful of slowing things down, slowing down your day, letting the muscles and the body have a chance to relax and unwind. Let's do 1 or 2 more shoulder drops down, really thinking about the shoulders coming down from our ears. Good. Really nice. And then from here, you can gently plant your hands down by your sides. We're going to take one arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. Good. Take a minute, wiggle your fingers. And now big inhale up. And let's just go ahead and switch sides. Other side up and over. Nice side body stretch. We hold so much tension in our upper body and shoulders. It's such a great opportunity to just let it go. Awesome. From here, let's do some lovely cat and cow stretches. Today, we're going to take our hands together, clasp those hands in front of you, flip your palms, and then carve that spine into a letter C shape. Head comes in between the hands, making our back arch this way. Good. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, let's arch the other way. If it is appropriate for you and feels right, you may clasp the hands behind the back, or you can just keep it open. Arch, look up towards your ceiling if that feels right. Good. And then just let it go and just let the arms be loose and heavy. Good. All right, we're going to do one of my ultimate favorite stretches for the spine, stretches for the hips. This one I call torso circles. So from your comfortable seated position, you're just going to take your torso to one side, forward, other side, and back, drawing a circle with that chest. Yes, so you just start to draw circles. They can be big or small.
So this is an example of a big circle where you kind of rock on the hips. You really get the whole upper body involved. If you want to do it a little bit smaller and really work more the mid torso and not the limbs as much, then this is an example of a smaller circle. Either way is just fine. All right, let's try the other direction. So doing our torso circle to the other way. Start to tune into your body here. Where is your body tight today? We all have our aches and pains in different areas. The shoulder, the low back is a common area. Sometimes there's a little tightness behind one shoulder blade. Just take a moment and notice where you might need to stretch a little bit more. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And next time you come around, we're going to go ahead and just reach forward. So as you circle forward, come to your front position, reach your fingertips forward, and just stretch forward. You can bring your head down. I typically keep my head up in this format just so you can hear my voice a little bit better. But please feel free to let your gaze focus downward. From here, I'm going to invite you to reach over to one side from this stretch. Just breathe and let it go. And now reach over to the other side. See if you can relax the muscles of the face and the jaw along with the body. Come to center and slowly, slowly start to come up, all the way up, sitting nice and tall. Excellent job. All right, one last little sequence here before we come to hands and knees. We're going to take the soles of our feet together into our beautiful bound angle. So go ahead and come into that so you can hold on to your instep and just gently fold forward here. Once more, if it feels right for you, you can use your fingertips to walk forward as well. Okay. Nice, big inhale and exhale. And then lastly, come on up, and then I invite you to take your legs out in front, and we're gonna do fun windshield wipers with our feet, so your feet can be flexed or just loose, kind of neutral. And we're just gonna move our feet side to side. Not only is this fun, but it's really nice for relaxing and opening up our hip socket as well. So just let them go, side to side. Yep, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and transition now to hands and knees. We'll be going through just a very gentle flow down here on the mat. We'll come up to standing just for a bit and then finish with our strap. So let's go ahead. Let's come to our hands and knees now. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish. Knees about hip width apart. Good. And then we're going to go into cat and cow again. So again, lovely spinal stretch. You're going to inhale, pull the abs in, arch one way. And exhale, lower the other way. Good. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, arch one direction. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arch one direction. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, lower. Good. Let's go ahead to that nice neutral spine. And now we're going to try a really nice stretch that feels good for a lot of people. So this is going to be drawing a circle with our hips. So I'll show you from the front as well. How I like to do this is shift my hips off to one side going towards the heels. This is my right side. I come back maybe almost into a child's pose. I shift my hips to the left and then forward. So we're drawing kind of a circle with our hips now. So we want to get into the side of our hip, into that nice big ball and socket joint I'll show you from the front. Just keep trying on your own. So we're here, we're at our table. We shift the hips one way, other way, and then we come forward and repeat. So give this a try. You can go whichever direction you wish. Good, breathing deeply. We'll do about 2 more and then we'll just change directions. Be mindful of your kneecaps here. If you need to, you can place a towel or a fold in your mat to protect your knees. You want to be comfortable. All right, so if you haven't already, you can switch your direction and you can go however you wish, one side and then the other. Keep going. We'll do just about 3 more rounds. Good. Great. All right, next time you come around to your child's pose, which is where our hips are back by our heels, stay there. Just stretch forward, fingertips reach towards the front of the mat, hips reach towards your heels. You can relax here for a couple breaths if you'd like. Good. From here, just to wake up our hips a little bit, today we're just going to flow through Cobra pose and child's pose. So it's not a big flow, not a lot of inversions here, but just really trying to stretch our back and the front of our hips and abdominal area. So you can watch me and then join in. We're going to take a big inhale from child's pose. Exhale, drop those hips down and come into your back bend. So I'm all the way up and upward facing dog pose, but feel free to modify by coming down to the forearms for our Cobra. Then we're just going to inhale, lift the hips, tabletop, back to child's pose. Let's try that about 3 more times at your speed. So big inhale, pull the body through, find your back bend. Exhale, come back to your child's pose. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, find your child's pose. One more time. Inhale, pull through. And exhale, child's pose. Very nice. All right, let's come to a standing forward bend to just do a very gentle yoga flow here to get things moving nice and warm. All right, so we're going to flow through downward dog. So we'll just come here for just a moment. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. If you can, look towards your belly button. You can pedal out your feet here, your heels, one and then the other. Good. And then slowly step both feet to the top of your mat and come up nice and slow, rounding through that spine. Once you get there, go ahead and adjust, maybe rolling the shoulders, standing nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to do just a nice, simple yoga flow today. No real inversions, anything like that, no vinyasa. So we're going to start with palms together at the heart. We're at the top of the mat. I'll demonstrate from both directions. I want you to go ahead, step back with your right leg into warrior one. So you're going to bend your front knee. Arms are going to come up, and you're going to find this lovely lunge pose. Here I am from the front. Good. From here, we're just going to go with hands behind the back, open the chest, and we're going to take an extra stretch with pyramid today. So you don't have to go super deep. You're just going to straighten that front leg, gently fold forward. You can release the hands and just hang out here. So you can stay halfway like I'm showing, or go down a little lower if you wish. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Remember, if it's too much, you can always come up. Big inhale. And exhale, start to come up back to your warrior one. From here, let's turn our back toes out, 45-degree angle, and bring your arms down, shoulders down into your warrior two. So your hips now open to the side of our mat. From here, we're just going to go right into side angles. So your front arm is going to rest on your knee, top arm is going to reach up. And just relax and hang out here. If you're more experienced with your side angle, if you wish, you can slowly start to reach towards the ground. The important part about this stretch is really having the body looking up towards the ceiling. So we're not down here. Good. Don't overdo. Just breathe and enjoy your pose. Awesome. Let's go ahead, slowly come up back to warrior two. And now we're going to reverse our warrior. We're going to take our front hand, reach the other way. Just getting these lovely stretches down the side of the body. You can look up towards your hand if you wish. Big inhale. Exhale back to warrior two. And then from here, I invite you to straighten your front leg. We're going to come down into Trekhonasana, triangle pose. So you're going to take your lower hand down, upper hand up, look towards the ceiling if you wish. If you have a block at home or your calves or hamstrings are quite tight, you can always rest your hand on something here or keep it up high. And then if you are more flexible, you can start to come down towards the floor. All right, lots of options. Remember to breathe. If you'd like to today, you can take that top hand behind the back for a bind, reaching towards your left side waist. Just deepening that twist in the midline of the body. Very nice. Slowly come up, all the way back to warrior two. And then from here, friends, we're just going to switch legs and do this small flow together. So you can go ahead, step to the top of your mat again, hands to heart center. And now we're just going to switch sides. So you're going to go ahead, step your left leg back, arms come up. Modification, hands can be at the hips at any time. I'm going to show you from the front. We're going to go into our warrior one lunge. Yeah, so front knee is bent. You can take the hands behind the back, thread the fingers together, open the chest, just like we did last time. Good. And then if it feels right for you, start to straighten your leg and fold forward for pyramid on this side. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Exhale. Slowing it down. Really nice. All right, from here, nice and slow, we're going to start to come back up, bend the front knee back to warrior one, and now we transition to warrior two, which will turn your body to the other side of the mat. So I'm going to show you from this side just because it's easier to see, but basically you should be facing the other side of your mat. You've got your front knee bent. Good. Awesome. So it should be your right leg in front. Right knee bent, that is. Let's go ahead, side angle. So just like before, you're reaching over to one side. Your left arm should be reaching up. Let's go ahead, come on up, flip your front palm, and let's reverse our warrior, reaching the other way. Take a nice, big, relaxing inhale and exhale. Just enjoying this stretch. Go ahead and slowly make your way back to warrior two. And when you are ready, I invite you to straighten that front leg. Find your triangle pose on this side. You can look up towards your hand. If you'd like to try that bind one more time, you're going to reach your left arm towards the right side of your waist. Look up. Good. Keep hanging out there. I'll just show you from the back what I'm talking about. All right. You can slowly start to come up now, back to your warrior two. Let's come to the front of our mat. And now we're just going to let the body swing a few times. So I invite you to bring your arms up. Exhale, just let the body fall like a little rag doll. Bend your knees. Let it all go. Inhale, reach. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, let it go. So just let everything be loose. Everything be heavy. No effort here. Good. And then if you'd like to try gorilla pose with me here, from this forward fold with the bent knees, we're going to take our hands underneath of our big toes so that the fleshy part of our palm, our big toes are resting there. And then we're going to start to slowly straighten the knees and bend at the elbow. So what this stretch does is it deepens a calf and hamstring stretch. It also opens the backs of the shoulder blades. So you get a lot of stretch in the back and as well as the back of the legs. So we'll just breathe here. As you gently balance, hands and toes together. Good. Inhale and exhale. All right, friends, from here, we're just going to bend our knees, come on down to seated, and please feel free if you would like to grab a drink of water. If you are working with a yoga strap today, I would invite you to go ahead and grab that. So we're going to have some nice restorative style stretches with our strap now. All of the stretches are done lying on the back. However, I'll demonstrate them both lying and also from a seated position, and you can choose what's best for you. So unwind your strap, have it between both of your legs, and we're going to start lying on our back with our left knee bent, right leg up towards the ceiling. So we'll go ahead and put the foot in the strap. I put it about in the middle of my foot, so about the arch. You're holding it in the strap in both hands, as I'm demonstrating here. And then we're just going to start by drawing circles with this foot. So right now you can have the strap in both hands, or sometimes I have the strap in my right hand when I'm working my right leg, left hand when I'm working my left leg. So go ahead and check this out. So this is about stretching our calf and hamstring, but also our hip. So as we make circles, you can make them small or bigger. Now for our modification for folks who maybe are not comfortable lying on their back, you're going to do all of these same stretches from a seated position. Yeah? So just know that's an option if you're a person who gets dizzy. We're going to be taking our leg, just FYI, out to one side and also across the body while we lay on our backs. So you can do all of this from a seated position as well. So go ahead and find your pose. Also for my folks who maybe have more flexibility, you can always feel free to extend that left leg down, which just deepens the stretch more. Okay, from here, we have our right leg up. I invite you to allow that leg to fall open to the right. Again, everyone is different. Your leg may not touch like mine does. It may be up higher. You may have the knee bent. That is okay. Yeah? And we're just going to take a few breaths here and relax into it. Good. Folks, from the seated position, this is exactly the same for you. You just go through your range of motion and move that leg slightly out to the side. Everyone is different. Everyone is different where the body is tight for them. So see where your body needs stretch today. Just tune into you. With these last few stretches, feel free, if it feels right, you can close the eyes once you get the hang of it. One last breath in this side extension.
From here, we're going to do one of my very favorite stretches. We're going to cross the leg to the other side, across the body. So this is, again, my right leg with my band in my right hand. For ease of movement, I'm going to hold on to both ends of my strap in my left hand, right hand out to my side, and cross across to the left. Okay, so give this a try. I'll show you from different angles. So if you were seated, you were here for our first stretch. You're now going to take your strap in your left hand and cross this way. Knee can be bent or straight, or from a laying position, exactly the same. Here, and then you cross. Keep stretching for just a moment more. Know it's up to you how far you go. This is an excellent stretch for the IT band on the outside of the hip, for the glutes. This one really gets some areas that are challenging to stretch. So just go ahead, find your stretch and relax. And then we're just going to do these same 3 stretches with the other leg. So you don't necessarily need to watch me. Just start to deepen your breath and let the body start to ease into each of these poses. One last breath with the leg across the body. And let's go ahead and come on up. So we're just going to switch legs in the strap. So my favorite way is to just put one foot in while you've got it all in your hand and ready, and take the other foot out. But be your best judge and just get there as best you can. Also, if you don't have a strap today, you can do all of these stretches just holding on, maybe behind the leg, maybe the calf. That is okay too. The strap just allows you to be a little more passive in the stretch, so you can relax the upper body a bit more as you go deeper in. All right, we're going to go ahead and start drawing circles with our other leg. So now we're working our left leg. By now, you should know your modification, your version, your way of doing this. So just enjoy. Find your version of these wonderful restorative stretches. I am now holding the band in my left hand for my left foot, and I'm going to allow the leg to fall open to the left. So go ahead and find your stretch here. Take a few deep breaths. Just let things go. Let things settle. Take one last breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly start to come up. Switch your grip on your strap and cross across the body. Use your best judgment how far you want to go. Bending the knees if your legs are tight is a great option. Take a big inhale and exhale, and just start to relax just a little bit more into your pose. Take one more very slow, deep breath in and out. And then I'm going to invite you, friends, when you are ready to start to come back up. You may remove your foot out from the band. You can set your strap away out of your reach. And now at this time, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and lay down on your back and make your way into your Savasana. So you may lay on your back or once more return to a seated position wherever you are. Please soften your gaze or perhaps close the eyes. Let's take a couple moments just to breathe and notice how you feel right now. Take a moment to reflect upon your intention for this practice. Your thoughts about slowing down. Take a moment and just notice the movement of breath through the body. And take a moment to show appreciation for showing up, for making time for your practice. Take 2 more big deep breaths here. See if you can relax just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, everyone, you may slowly, with mindfulness, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing little movement back to the body. If it feels right for you, you may bend the knees, maybe roll onto your side. And in your own time, I invite you to make your way to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, slowly open your eyes if you have not already, and we will conclude with a big inhale today. Bring the palms together at the heart. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I wish you a peaceful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Namaste. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me.